All right, coming back with it. So, do you understand the importance of your seasons? You can't dodge the lick. You can't dodge the bullet when it comes to seasons. You got to have your season. So let's talk about it for a little bit. How many of y'all planted plants for grandma them? You know how it is before grandma plants. She got to go out there and till the garden, right? So that season for you might look like everything just breaking up. Everything just feel like it's coming at you. You getting hit from every direction. You just don't know what's going on. You just can't have a breakthrough. And you know, it's just like all is coming against you. You getting turned over. And that's how it is during the tilling process. You breaking ground and turning it over. What's on the top, you turning it to the bottom. Then after you got that thing good and till, now it's time to fertilize and plant those seeds. You know, you got to pick your crop, what you want to grow. You did all that tilling. Now it's time to grow. So planting the seeds looking like actually doing the work in life. Even though it's hard for you, you seeing it through. You doing the work. You doing the studying. You doing the intercession, whatever it is, the praying, the fasting, the pouring into other people. You doing the work. You planting those seeds because you know one day your harvest is coming. But then it doesn't come yet. It takes some time. You know, every day the sun rises in the east and set in the west. So those plants need that photosynthesis to grow. Y'all went to science class. Y'all remember what it takes. So life, it takes for you to be out there to expose yourself. So if you going through hard times and you taking yourself away from everybody else, you isolating yourself, you keeping yourself from the sunlight. What those farmers go through when the sun ain't shining, their crops don't grow and they suffer economic hardships. And such is life. When you take yourself away from everything else, you suffer social hardships, and that sets you back and sends you into depression and anxiety. So during your pruning season, hold on as you stick your hands in there and cut the weeds off. The briars are gonna stick you, but that's why the pruning season is there, because if you're not pruned, you can't grow. Hold on now. And then after your pruning season, now it's time for your harvest. Yeah, you did all that hard work, that tilling, that planting, that pruning, and now it's time for you to receive your harvest. This is the time where imposter syndrome may set in and you feel like you are not deserving of the things that's coming your way. But you must remember the tilling, the planting, the pruning, and the times, the death by 1,000 cuts, the times that came at you that was meant to take you down and you still rose. Yes, this harvest season is for you. Don't you ever forget that. So all your focus should be on, as your things are growing, is to get enough baskets, because there will be overflow and you will have to call people in from the east, the west, the north, and the south to help you celebrate. Yes, sir, that's the glory of God. So hold on, but it don't stop there. But after your harvest season, you got to take care of the earth, because Mother Earth gave you that beautiful harvest that you was able to share with the multitude. So now you got to go back out there and clean up the residual. You got to clean off all the excess that was left away. And now you got to return a crop back into the earth that replenishes the earth for everything it gave you. So what does that look like? That look like everything that God bless you with, you got to pour back out unto mankind. You can't store it up for yourself, because I think it's the book of Ecclesiastes talk about that the rich man died the same death as the poor man. And you spend your whole life storing up things only for people to spin it any kind of way when you go.